Let's go shopping. The third lesson. Much, many, some, any, a few, a little, a lot of, articles, shopping prices, the weekend shop. Vicky, it says her milk. How much milk do we need? Suzanne, 2 liters. Vicky, and eggs. How many eggs? Suzanne, a dozen. Vicky, and what about potatoes? How many potatoes? Suzanne, a kilo's enough. Vicky, and butter, how much? Suzanne, just 1 packet. Grammar spot. Can we count milk? 1 milk, 2 milks. Can we count eggs? 1 egg, 2 eggs. When do we say how much? When do we say how many? Expressions of quantity, count and uncounted nouns. It's important to understand the difference between count and uncount nouns. Count nouns such a cup, a girl, an apple, an egg, a pound. Uncount nouns such water, sugar, milk, music, money. The count and uncounted. Count nouns can be singular or plural. This cup is full. These cups are empty. Uncount nouns can only be singular. The water is cold. The weather was terrible. Much and many. We use much with uncount nouns in questions and negatives. How much money have you got? There isn't much milk left. We use many with count nouns in questions and negatives. How many people were at the meeting? I didn't take many photos on holiday. Some and any. Some is used in positive sentences. I'd like some sugar. Any is used in questions and negatives. Is there any sugar in this tea? Have you got any brothers and sisters? We don't have any washing liquid. I didn't buy any apples. We use some in questions that are requests or offers. Can I have some cake? Would you like some tea? The rules are the same for the compounds someone, anything, anybody, somewhere, etc. I've got something for you. Hello, is anybody here? There isn't anywhere to go in my town. A few and a little. We use a few with count nouns. There are a few cigarettes left, but not many. We use a little with uncount nouns. Can you give me a little help? A lot, lots of. We use a lot, lots of with both count and uncount nouns. There is a lot of butter. I've got lots of friends. A lot, lots of can be used in questions and negatives. Are there lots of tourists in your country? There isn't a lot of butter, but there's enough. A conversation of shopping. Vicky, do we need anything else? Suzanne, let's have a look. We've got some apples, but there aren't any grapes. And there isn't any coffee, but we've got some tea. Vicky, is there any orange juice left, or did somebody finish it? Suzanne, there's a little, but there isn't much. So we need some more. Vicky, and vegetables. Have we got many vegetables? Suzanne, well, I can see a few carrots, but there aren't many onions. Vicky, oh, and doesn't forget we need a lot of crisps. My nephews are coming tomorrow. Suzanne, right. Then I think that's everything. Let's go by the way. How much money have you got? Discussing grammar. هذا الجزء سوف أتركه لكم لكي تقوموا بحله وإرساله على شكل homework. سوف أبلغكم به بالhomework. يجب الاطلاع عليه فقط. Grammar spot. Grammar spot. Find examples of the definite article, the and the indefinite article. A, an, a shopkeeper. In the center, find examples of when there is not article. Iran made for nuts. My uncle's a shopkeeper. My uncle Uza is a shopkeeper. He lives in an old city in the center of Iran where he has a candy shop. He sells a lot of different kinds of candy, which is made from nuts. My uncle enjoys meeting and talking to his customers who come from all different parts of the country. They buy a few packets of sahun or gas, which are two kinds of candy. People buy the candy as a souvenirs for their family and friends. Riza has a son and a daughter. His son sometimes helps him in the shop. His shop is in the bazaar where there are a lot of other shops selling prayer beds, vases, perfumes, and textiles. Once a week, my uncle goes by bus with his wife and children to the village where he was born and has lunch with his mother and father and other members of his family. He is one of the happiest men I know. Questions and answers. Look at Sarah and Vicky's bathroom. Ask and answer questions with partner about these things: makeup, shampoo, towels, toothbrushes, toothpaste, toilet papers, hair brushes, soap, bottle of perfume. Have they got much makeup? Lots. Is there any soap? Soap? I can't see any. Something, someone, somewhere. Complete the sentences with the correct word. Something, anything. Everyone, everybody. Nowhere. How to use the three words above. Did you meet anyone interesting at the conference? Yes, I met someone who knows you. Ouch, there is something in my eye. Let me look. No, I can't see anything. Let's go somewhere exciting for our holidays, but we can't go anywhere that's too expensive. I'm so unhappy. Nobody loves me. I know somebody who loves you. Me. I lost my glasses. I looked everywhere, but I couldn't find them. Did you buy anything at the shops? No, nothing. I didn't have any money. I'm bored. I want something interesting to read or someone interesting to talk to or somewhere interesting to go. It was a great film. Everyone loved it. Markets around the world. Markets around the world. Modern shopping centers with their global brands and international designer names look the same all over the world. So if you want to buy goods, there are different. Visit a market. There you can buy fine products made and grown locally. The first market, the floating markets of Bangkok. Bangkok, the capital of Thailand, is a city of contrasts. The tall glass buildings look like any other modern city, but behind them is a place where life hasn't changed for over 100 years. The canals, built in 1866 by the King of Thailand. These canals are home to many Thai people who still lives and work there today. There are four floating markets around Bangkok, and the oldest and most popular is in the town of Damnon Saduk. This market opens every day from 6 half past a.m. It's best to shop early and go by take water taxi after 9 a.m. The tourist buses arrive, and it's much too busy. It's a colorful, noisy, fascinating place. Old ladies with huge hats sit in small boats filled with tropical fruit and vegetables, fresh coconut juice, and local food. Did you miss your breakfast? Then just call a sailor for a bowl of hot soup. Soup. He'll get it from a cooker at the back of his boat. But the boats don't just sell food. Would you like a traditional hat, a silk dress, a flowered shirt? Then just call and point. After the noise and excitement of the market, continue along the canal. Soon you'll see the wooden houses, orchards, and the floating flowers of the canal villages. It's lovely, peaceful way to finish your trip. The second market, a perfect day in Providence. Every Sunday in a small town called Les Soul sur la Sorge in southern France, there is a truly amazing market. La Soul sur la Sorge is like Venice. The river Sorge runs in and out of the old narrow streets and under the many bridges. And one market day, every street and bridge is packed with stalls. From early morning, this sleepy little town becomes a noisy, busy place with sailors calling to you in the singing accent of the South. You can choose from an amazing selection of olives, hundreds of cheeses, and delicious roast chickens. But it is not just a food market. Antique sellers fill the pavements with beautiful old French furniture, and there are tables covered with antique lace and cloth. Flower sellers invite you to pick from their brightly colored bunch of flowers. The air is filled with the smell of soaps, herbs, and lavender, all made and grown in Provence. Do you need a sun hut? Did you forget your beach towel? Your choices are endless. Travelers filled their backpacks with delicious things for Sunday lunch: olive bread, tomatoes, chicken, melon, and of course a bottle of local mineral water. At 1 o'clock, everything closes and everyone goes home. Then it's time to find a cool place next to the river for a perfect picnic on a perfect day in Provence. The third market, the souks of Marrakesh. Marrakesh in Morocco looks like a holiday film set. It is a city of ancient, sand colored buildings and palm trees in the middle of the desert. In the center is the main square, Jum'at al Fan. Here you can see dancing snakes and drink Moroccan coffee. But behind the square is the real heart of the city. This is the souk, the Arabic word for market. Hundreds of little shops and stalls are open from early morning till lunchtime, and again in the evening. The souk, which its narrow, busy streets, is divided into lots of smaller souks. There is the aromatic spice souk, the noisy meat souk, the colorful clothing souk, the gold and silver souk, and many more. Finally, there is the carpet souk. Here, hundreds of handmade Moroccan rugs and carpets cover the pavements. No two rugs are the same. In Mr. Yusuf's rug shop, he invites you to sit down among all the beautiful carpets. A silver teapot arrives with little glasses, and Mr. Yusuf talks about the different rugs, while his assistants rules them out one by one. 2 hours later, after many glasses of traditional mint tea and lots of bargaining, you finally choose your rug and leave much poorer. Then it's time to return to the main square to watch the snakes and count your money.